the hidden truth about marriage, why some married women behave unexpectedly. Have you ever wondered why some marriages are built on honesty and love, while others rely on lies and secrets? Why do so many people say one thing but do the exact opposite? Today, we're going to dig deeper than usual and lift the veil on what's rarely discussed openly. This isn't just another conversation about marriage. It's an uncensored look at what really happens behind closed doors, and why some married women behave in ways that, to put it mildly, are unexpected and overly accessible. So, why should you watch this video until the end? Because we're revealing the unfiltered reality about relationships, human nature, and the hidden desires that often remain unspoken, the ideal versus the real in an ideal world. A married woman is like a fortress, unattainable, loyal, and unwavering in her commitment. She has taken vows, signed legal documents, and promised to stand by her spouse through joy and sorrow, sickness and health. But here's the catch: real life rarely resembles the fairy tales of princesses and noble knights. If a married woman suddenly shows interest in another man, rest assured it is no accident before marriage. A woman often plays by the rules. She acts reserved, inflates her value, and presents herself as the ultimate prize. Why? Because she wants a reliable, committed man who will fight for her and prove himself worthy. But once she is married, the game changes. Her ring gleams on her finger. The legal documents are signed, and her devoted husband awaits her at home. So why keep up the ACT? She no longer needs to conquer or prove anything. She now seeks something else. Freedom, even if temporary. The temptation of forbidden fruit. Imagine a man notices a wedding ring on a woman's finger. He knows she is bound by marriage. Sometimes she even warns him up front. I'm married, that should be a stop sign, right? But if the man isn't deterred, a different game begins. She may want to escape the monotony of daily life, add excitement to her routine, and while her husband remains clueless, she's ready for an adventure. What does the man do? He agrees. Both get what they want and part ways satisfied, at least temporarily. A survey of 500 men revealed that over 60% admitted to having at least one affair with a married woman. Notably, 40% of them confessed that the initiative often came from the woman. This challenges the common belief that men are always the hunters in these scenarios. But what happens when the man starts developing feelings? That's when the real drama begins falling. For a married woman is like signing up for an emotional roller coaster with no way out the problem. The more emotionally invested he becomes, the higher his expectations grow. Meanwhile, the married woman is utterly unprepared for any added responsibility. She doesn't want commitment, emotions, or drama. She only craves a fleeting moment of freedom. If the man begins to demand more, he becomes a problem, one she will quickly discard. The safety net effect: many of these women feel protected. They know that their husbands provide financial stability, a home, and long-term security. This gives them a sense of invincibility, allowing them to take risks without fear. Their mindset is different from single women, unlike a woman searching for a partner. A married woman engaging in affairs feels she has nothing to lose. This explains why scandals involving celebrities, politicians, and high-profile individuals frequently surface. Many assume that the man is always the initiator, but in reality, the married woman often sets the stage. What should a man do except reality? These relationships rarely have happy endings. You're just a temporary chapter in her life, not the main story. Don't try to change her. If she's seeking fun, she won't suddenly transform into a loyal partner. She will leave when things get complicated. Don't delude yourself if you play this game. Be prepared to be discarded when it no longer serves her needs. Affairs always carry emotional and even physical risks. When a marriage is filled with monotony, unresolved conflicts and routine, the temptation to seek excitement, skyrockets. Girls' nights out, bar hopping, and late-night parties. The likelihood of an affair nears 90%. A dissatisfied woman will seek to fill the void, and if an opportunity presents itself, why wouldn't she take it? The irony of stability: many women dream of marrying a wealthy, successful man for financial security. Yet paradoxically, these very men often become too accommodating, too soft and too eager to please. As a result, their wives start taking them for granted. The more a man sacrifices to keep her happy, the less interesting he becomes in her eyes. Over time, she loses respect for him and starts seeking contrast elsewhere. The irony: the husband might not even realize that his marriage is crumbling. For many women, cheating isn't about betrayal, it's about excitement, novelty, and rediscovering the thrill they lost in their daily routine. They rationalize it as harmless because their home children and husband remain intact. The harsh truth: if a woman does not respect her husband and he tolerates her indiscretions, it only emboldens her. A marriage without mutual respect is like a decaying house. It may appear sturdy on the outside, but it is rotting from within one strong gust of wind, and it collapses. The husband, unaware, is like a man balancing on a tight rope over an abyss. He pours his soul money and time into his family, while his wife quietly shakes the rope beneath him. Why play this game? History is full of men, politicians, CEOs, and public figures who have destroyed their lives for fleeting affairs. And just as many women have pushed boundaries, feeling invincible until they lost everything. If there is no respect, there is no loyalty, hoping things will magically improve is wishful thinking. Loyalty and trust don't automatically come with marriage. They require effort and consistency. Without that foundation, relationships become hollow facades where people live together in name, only waiting for the inevitable collapse. A final warning: married women attract men because they seem simpler. There's no need for flowers, romance, or emotional investment. The exchange is purely transactional. Men who avoid serious relationships are drawn to these DIICs because they promise no strings attached. But here's the catch: if a man starts idealizing the relationship and wanting more, he's trapped. These flings were never meant for commitment. The married woman was never looking for a new husband. She already has one, and when pressured, she will always choose her marriage. The man left heartbroken will be forced to pick up the pieces. The final takeaway: if respect was absent from the start, don't expect it to magically appear later. Marriage doesn't change people. It amplifies who they already are. If a woman didn't respect her man before marriage, it will only worsen over time. Cheating isn't a mistake, it's a choice for some. It's a weakness, and for others, a lifestyle. Men, stop ignoring red flags. Be strong. Respect yourself, and others will respect you. Women, ask yourself what you truly want. Are you ready for commitment, or are you chasing temporary thrills? Life isn't a rough draft where mistakes can be erased. Every action has consequences. Think carefully before stepping into situations that could lead to regret. Share your thoughts. Do you agree with this perspective? Let's discuss it in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video too. Together, we can explore these deeper topics. Take care and see you next time.